Alright, welcome back to Carthage. We're in a sorry, bloody state. We just got back from our brutal chaos session, and that was 4 whole years of observing our nation. We didn't observe good things. We got declared war upon by Morocco. Morocco is currently sieging down our very strategically acquired fort at Tlemcen. I can't help but feel that Tlemcen themselves are eyeing us up for a fight as soon as their truce is up. They are Morocco's ally, after all. We're outnumbered, we are heavily outgunned. Our only ally is Florence. However, we're not without our edges, right? We somehow have military tech advantage over Morocco, and so does our ally Florence. We've got to put that to use. We've got to put that to fairly immediate use. I need to link up with them, and it's do or die. I must crush Morocco before they tech up as well. We still have our subjects, but they're just hanging around here. Hopefully they'll de-siege for us. Apparently I can get some better cavalry. I don't think that's worth my time right now. But they are a whole lot better, aren't they? Makes up half my bleeding army here. Too risky. I can't afford it if I want to fight so soon. Okay, we're making a deficit, unfortunately. Our land isn't that great overall. Most of it's wrong culture. It's almost all wrong religion. So we don't have a lot going for us. However, this is the chaos, so every election we get to roll for a new bit of chaos. And thankfully, one of them is Boon. And that is where we ended last time. We get to roll for this one. So you will be deciding what happens for good old Carthage here. And maybe I can get it going right now. Where is that vote thing? Where indeed is it? Ah, good, it is working. Yeah, it's been a few days since the last session, so who knows if it's going to work properly. Okay, I'm going to put up a new vote for what our chaos aspect is. We'll just start it straight away. If you're watching live right now, you can vote. Because it's either going to be 500 admin for Carthage, we get to culturally enrich a state to Phoenician, we get to add 2 cores of our choosing on land that should belong to Carthage, we can get a loan-sized gift from a rival, or we can get nothing. And after 4 years of being forced to observe our nation in AI's hands, I'm really rather looking forward to getting a boon here. It's only fair that after 2 bad chaoses, we get 1 good. But it's not up to me what we get, it's entirely up to you, the viewer. It seems that getting 2 additional Carthage cores are what's surging ahead. I need to remind myself how all these console things work. I used to know all the bloomin' console commands, especially when I was doing QA, but that has slipped out of my head. You get nothing was surging ahead, but it does seem that we're going to get 2 cores of our choosing, and I'm going to put that to use. Okay, glorious. Add 2 Carthage cores. The question is where. I get to choose as long as it's within what we're going to be taking. And that's within Safi, Tunis, Seville, Valencia, Genoa, and Venice. Morocco is a pretty obvious candidate for this one. Man, I should actually say thanks for voting for that and not voting for nothing. Because nothing would be pretty painful right now. Getting a core on Fez, even though it's only 13 dev, is really, really tempting. I don't want to core anything here because I have a subject that can get all the cores there. Getting a core on Rome seems really, really fitting though. But the core would only stay for a certain amount of time. Okay, it's got to be done. I think if we go debug mode... Command not found? No, I'm quite certain I said debug mode, but I may have not. There we go. So add core 118, thanks Rome. Someone's saying that London is rightful Carthaginian clay. I don't think so. I think it's going to be Rome there. And... jeez. Naples tempts me ever so. Just essentially gaining a beachhead in Italy would be so nice. I think they've all managed to skedaddle out of the HRE, haven't they? Sienna's another tempting target. Why not core Old Phoenicia? I don't know. I think I've got a better idea here. The downside of Siena is they're part of that accursed Genoese trade league. But I still think Siena or Napoli are my best bets here. Ferrara, Genoa, Papal States. Granada is rightfully Carthaginian. Granada is gone. Granada is old news. I don't... Oof. How about you, Luca? No, that's something that Florence is likely to take for themselves. I think it's going to have to be Siena. And people won't... if I go like 100 years without taking Rome and the surrounding areas, people are going to rake me over hot coals for it. So there's our two cores. And that's the end of our boon. 4 years later, we're going to have a bad Chaos roll. But for now, it's all for Connaught if we don't manage to actually win this war. Morocco. Not only does he outgun us, he has his big loyal subjects. Why are they so loyal? Normally, Morocco gets hosed down. Oh well, there's no two ways about it. Urangu McBain must meet up with Francesco Stefano. So we're going to drop Mazab. Maybe my subjects can deal with that instead. I'm going to raise a couple of units because I'm facing insufficient support here on my own, and I need to rout out those Moroccans, so best of luck to us. Now, we are safe and dandy for 4 years, unless we have a premature death of our ruler, because the next election is when we roll for chaos. Jake, your debug is still on. Oh. There we go, off you trot. Oh, well, I'm not sure if that's a fight that I want, but I'm already going in. Hell, if we manage to reduce Susa's army there. Oh, crumbs, I'm locked in. Oh well, make it matter, Carthage. Tlemcen, you also need to make it matter. A new coin. Hello, inflation. Oh, that god-awful event where'd my money go? Oh yeah, I hired units. That god-awful event reminds me, I was reading up on what the faction events were. Turns out there's a really horrible one if you have more than 80 faction influence from any one of them. So let's make sure that we don't have that with the... Oh crumbs, when I do it with you it takes away from the others as well, doesn't it? And sink the dip then. There we go. Let's just try and keep them a bit more balanced. I think I overspent there. Alright, come on now. I need to slaughter, and I need the backup. Oh god, Tlemcen's gonna fall. Florence, get your ass attached to mine, and we're going to rout out these guys. Reading is not allowed, Jake. Not in the spirit of chaos. Reading, eh? We've already done our read all the events allowed chaos. Another reason why factions are absolute trash, says Max. The faction events are basically disasters. They were never converted to the new system, now they just come out of nowhere. It's hard to disagree with, sadly. But come on, let's get over with our other units. Destroy Morocco, I can't waste any time here. Oh nice, my subjects want to come out and help out as well, that's an added boon. We're all about the boons around here. Come on, can't handle this. 0% on Tlemcen, it's got a hold. It doesn't have a very big garrison either. Come on, Mr. Garrison. Alright, I don't think I want to wait on Jared, he's taking too long. I also don't want to arrive early myself because I have insufficient support, so Urangu McBain is going to wait a bit. I still arrive first. This is all kinds of messed up. I thought we'd fixed this, but I think lots of things. Oh yeah, the diplomats were used by the AI as well. I don't care so much about improving relations there, but maybe I care more about that than claims on Aragon. Given my options, I think I'm going to claim this island, because islands are more defendable for me, assuming I eventually get a navy. Something seems to have happened to mine. Where did it all go? Oh! The AI is putting Morocco under blockade. I expected Morocco would trash me with their heavy, but they are not. Well, if that's the way things are going to go, then let's put Morocco under further blockade. Alright, as long as I put Urangu McBain back in there. Before we fight on the 16th. Oh, he doesn't want to take the fight now. He's legging it. Florence... Seems like Florence is bouncing between 16 and 17. What utter madness. Whatever, get in there, Urango. That means I can't bring my... my army out for a sortie. I'm gonna have to... absolutely have to floor Morocco here. We're 4 against his 3 on the fire phase, but he's ruthless and he's flanking me. Give me a hand, Florence. Give me the biggest hand. Oh! Whew! I was having a conversation with myself earlier today, trying to justify luck as a skill to myself. Yep! Get shredded, Moroccan scum! Sometimes you've just got to be aggressive. Be aggressive. Okay, that changes things phenomenally. I thought I might be able to win. I didn't think I would stomp them. Okay, it's not over yet though. Fez is a hell of a fort to take. It's a mountainous capital fort. So we are going to take it, but not before the other units that we have go and take care of that, and I also want this one. Do I have 2 transports that I can spare for this? I'm sure I do. That should give us a bit of leeway. A couple of cogs, go and pick up a couple of units from Iran and take them over to Tetuan. Yeah, if people are wondering how long this stream's been gone, it's been going on for the duration of 1 vote and 1 fight, so you haven't missed a whole lot. So don't worry about it. I know I don't. I worry a lot. Okay, Fez has got to go. We can't barrage the walls or anything, but what I can do is, now that I've bought some respite, actually upgrade my cavalry. Now, Tafilalt is busy dealing with my subject, but I honestly don't care how my subjects are doing. I could finally get new tech, but I'll probably need that admin for coring, so let's just remain in a bad place technologically. I'm in a bad place financially, but we're doing the best we can here. I'm forcing out his 8 transports. I don't like that. I have a bunch of galleys that I would like to go and slaughter his transports with and potentially steal some. Oh, well, Florence, who somehow has a heavy, is going to help out with that as well. It's fine, just take the fight, man. I'll do what I can. Then again, he might come and fight with that heavy, and I don't want to risk that, so leave it be for now. So I need Fez down. I don't need any of this disease outbreak or rubbish like that. Just get those supplies, food, and water all dealt with. I need Morocco raked over the hot coals, certainly before the next election. But again, elections can happen whenever. Excellent, that is sayonara his transport fleet. I didn't steal anything, sadly. But our admiral, that I totally... Why do I have an admiral? I'm assuming the AI put one together for me. Luck is the foundational skill, Jake. Every skill relies on luck. Nothing makes up for sufficiently bad luck. I wouldn't say that's entirely true. If you spec luck but don't spec swole, you're going to crit for 2 damage. So luck is like a tank. It needs the assistance of infantry for it to be truly effective. I'm just spouting out meaningless one-liners here. I do believe in luck. Ever so much. There's a thought about besieging Tangiers, but if Morocco bounces back up here, which he could well do, then I'm going to be in a bad spate. I don't know where his army is. Although I can tell what army he does have. Yeah, that's not good news to me. It's not good news at all. Thankfully the war was ongoing for a bit before I took to this, so I think he's already tired of the war a wee bit. I believe the brutal punishment is working out for Jake, says Mint. I don't agree with that. Morocco would have declared war anyway, and I would have already had him at the edge. This isn't so good. Well, it's kind of good, but kind of not. Aragon got hosed out there, but he didn't lose a lot of coastline. Aragon, we saw earlier on, he was dominating on the seas there, and I don't like that much at all. Still, I want to be friends with Castile, so let's improve relations with them, get it above 100 and hope that they are friendly once this war is over. Whatever I take from Morocco, I should make sure I'm not treading on Castile's toes, because I need a good, strong ally. Florence has been good, but they're not good and strong. Oh, nice. Mazab has been desieged. Now it's Jared's time. Jake, who's the white tag in Armagnac, southwest France? Southwest? You mean Armagnac? Surely you mean Armagnac. It's nice to see all the French subjects on the map again. I really appreciate that. Okay. Now this is Morocco's claim for Matilla, which he does not have. So I'm getting ticking war score here. Excellent. But I need as much as I can. Jake, don't talk down about Florence and Tuscany. They were so strong in your game. Yeah, Florence and Tuscany have floored me in the past. And I gotta hand it. Florence dedicating 9,000 troops over to me for this war is really quite legendary. It's great news for me. I'm losing money here, and I don't like that, especially if I get a disease outbreak. But if I can take Fez, then I'll have a lot... Where did my war score go? Oh, right, yeah, that fell. It's alright, grabbing Fez will turn things around quite a bit. Then we'll grab a bit of this. I don't think I'm going to push it to 100%. Normally I would, but this whole campaign is so on a knife edge, especially with the votes every election. So if I go 100% into a war and expend everything, then it might leave me completely with my trousers down when it comes to anything else. Luminel Fez. There we go, it's down. Sweet. Was never that great of an indie game. Where is his army? Sadly for me, Tangiers blocks the way. I gotta hand it to Morocco. It's a very defend-friendly country. Defend-friendly country. Still has a lot of an army. I can't really risk a lot of stuff, but I could head over there. The existence of Tangiers really blocks a lot of movement. Still have some claims on Tlemcen. I would like to hoover them up, but as long as Mamluks is still Defender of the Faith, that gets in my way. Let's bring you back and see what our options are, at least. Oh, Mamluks, of course, wouldn't defend, because Mamluks is getting trashed. But I don't think I'm going to be in a position to declare that war in that time. And do I really want this land? Like, is it worth going out of my way for? I would say not quite. Hopefully the Moroccan army tries to go back for Fez. I throw my subjects and my friends at him, crush his army, and leave him completely willing to go for peace. Castile wants Salé, so let's not take Salé. In fact, what is Castile interested in? Castile's interested in me. Good. Then let's not take anything that they've set their eyes on, right? Let's do something like that. Honestly, that would be very nice. Very, very nice. I mean, more is more, but they fixed the money bug, right? Oh, I want that money. Unfortunately, my friend here would take about half of it. I should secure his 2 forts. Not Tangiers, though. Is the gold still there on Tafilalt? It is, but I think that's a bit aggressive. I'd rather crush Morocco and leave his subjects wanting to rise up against him. That way I'd have a weaker Morocco later on. Why am I hemorrhaging money here? What's costing me? Fort maintenance for both my forts. Oh, and of course this. Right, well, that is going to be Mazab's problem now. I ain't paying for that. Doesn't make it easier to see that it's owned by Mazab, but there you go. Let's recall you, safe in the knowledge that we have friendly relations and we can get Castile as our ally once this war is over. That is pressure on me to wrap up this war as soon as I can. I'd worry about the Iberians taking Tangiers if you don't. Who cares about Tangiers, right? If the Iberians take it, good for them. I'll come and get it later. What I'm more interested in is securing my borders, right? I secured this by subjugating Mazab and Jerid. I had secured this by allying Fazan, but now Mamluks have subjugated them. So I guess it's secure until Mamluks integrates Fazan. But this is completely unsecure. I need it to either be subjected, allied, or destroyed. Currently, Tlemcen... I mean, I can beat Tlemcen, but it's an unfavourable thing to have here. And Morocco still outguns me. I need them crippled. And if I ally Castile, then it doesn't matter what the Iberians take here, because I got someone to save me. And then I can focus on safeguarding myself in the Mediterranean. So no, I don't worry about Tangiers. It's been a while since I've caught EU4. How's the campaign going so far, says Avalius. Well, to be fair, it's been a while since I've been streaming it, and some people might be wondering, like, Jake, what the hell is taking you so long with these streams? The truth is, it's summer, and it's really nice out there, and ever since I went full-time, I haven't taken a proper vacation. I have a big European vacation planned, but that's not going to happen until summer, thanks to September, rather. And that's assuming that the borders open up. I'm going to take a staycation, but it's probably going to be after this campaign is done, or I'll take a week or two off. There'll still be streams, but only wildcard streams and Patreon streams. That's the plan, at least, right? Plans always change. Aragon sending an insult to Castile reminds me that my PP is a little low, and if I just threw a pretty damn good insult of my own to people that I don't like, well, if you could call Aragon people, then I might be doing alright myself, and that would make Castile like me even more. So bang, gimme, gimme, gimme. Could be better though, couldn't it? What are we missing here? I should probably embargo Aragon when I get the chance. Are you planning on doing the Grand Islan, assuming it still goes on? Assuming that things still go on in this year is... it's risky biscuits. But let's assume it did happen. I would love to go. Alright, Aragon, let's give you the embargo here. How long until our next election? 71. God, it's only 2 years away already. We've had the good chaos, now the bad. It's rearing its ugly head real soon. Once Tangiers is done, I'm going to flow my way through Morocco, get as many quick occupations as I can, make peace before the election, get my alliance before the election, and then not exactly hunker down, but at least feel a bit safer. Reich Reform, is that so? I really want to go this year, says Andarius. I just quit my job, so I have the time. Well, we'll see if things are settled, but a lot of people are putting off plans like that. I mean, organizers, because who knows? It's an unfortunate thing. Who really does know? Jake, do you take ideas for Chaos Votes? I do, and lots of people have been sending them in, and a lot of I've folded them into the pool that I use for the votes. Alright, it's finally down. I can take quite a bit, but given that we're in an advantageous position, we should, could, and will press the advantage. Let's make our way down. I don't know where his army is. Does he still have his army? He does still have his army. I thought he might have done away with them in fear, given that I haven't seen them for some time, but no. Okay, take that, and that, and that. You folks move down to Anfa. Mazab, you... well, no, I'll give it to Jerid. Let my subjects share the fiscal struggle. It's also easier to see that it's held by my subject that way. Oh, hello! He doesn't like that. Well, maybe I could scare him off then. Hell, I could even run in and rampage him. He still doesn't have the next tech. And that would give me a big boon towards, a lot of things, actually. Just charge on in and kill... oh, it's mountains. crumbs, I don't like mountains. I don't like giving him the mountains. No guts, no glory. Kill him. Alright, I eat insufficient support initially, but I get my backup, which is largely infantry. Shock phase. Oh my god. Man, I don't have a lucky star. I have a whole legion backing me on this one. I roll a 12 against his 6. Even with the penalties, that's 10 versus 6 on shock. And we were flanking too, so get shattered, Moroccan scum. Remember that Mazab holds Fez, so I'll try to remember that, but I can't guarantee it. Okay, that was pretty good. He seems to keep wanting to fight us for some reason here. Ah, of course, we're taking the places that he would go to, which isn't working out to be terribly good for him. Move on to Talda, Anfin, and here. Good, good. Rack up that war score. Rack up those occupations. And yeah, I do want Fez. I want Fez a lot. It's a good province, so we'll make that mine. You know, why don't I make that Florence's? That'll be easier to tell, won't it? Okay, what am I doing here? The more the better. Seriously. But I am hurting financially, so I want war reparations. Might even be better than taking provinces here. Especially a province in a whole new area like that. I'm close, though. We could still spread out a bit more. Unless I've got making gains, in which case you should make use of that. Carthage is making gains, you say. It's close, though. Jake, Fez. Oh, right, Fez wasn't selected. That's a problem. Ah, it's a little painful. I'd lose out in the war reps if I wanted to do that. No, Fez is occupied by me now. Don't sweat it. That's alright, but I want those war reparations. But I don't want to lose making gains. So I might still be making gains. Let's grab these occupations and see what happens. At the very least, they'll be occupied and besieged Malice. Yeah, and there's some occupation for you. It's also cheaper to take provinces if you actually have them occupied. This isn't simple. Maybe Anfa is too expensive. I could take a different one like you. Or I could drop the war reparations, but my money is Grimbo. Look at that dosh that I don't have. Jake, how many people do you upset with this deal? Nobody that I care about. Can you core them at once, Jake? No, I'd probably have to core this, then these. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how far away it would be for counting that. Jake is... Yeah, Fez is in my name, alright. Occupied by Carthage. Should never have done anything with it, or else people just get confused. Okay, I think I'll just take raw money rather than the war reps, because the war reps are making things awkward. Because it's a flat 10. Whereas this at least gets me enough money to see us through the situation a little bit, and we nail ourselves a couple of forts. I don't know which fort I'll hold on to. They're both mountainous, but I will certainly do this. Alright, that's good. Well, that isn't just good, that's very good. Let's make our peace deal and not regret it at all. And we don't even have to wait a month anymore, it's just bang. And there's the answer, I can't core it until I core